what exactly the button menu, how can we prepare? Let's see. Now, so basically, lightning button menu is a component which can be used to prepare a menu component, which is used to prepare a menu, which will visible like this, which is used to prepare a menu. Inside this menu, we can able to add a collection of menu items also, which can be used to perform the various related actions. So that here, whenever if you want to prepare a menu component inside your lighting application or lighting component, which is used to perform the various related actions, then we can go with the help of button menu. So button menu is going to be representing only the menu here. Button menu will be getting visible. In this button menu, upon click on this menu, whatever the menu items you would like to populate, those menu items we need to prepare by using menu item component. By using button menu item component, we can able to represent the various menu items inside this, which can be used to perform the various actions. Like for example, I'm going to my Salesforce org now. Let's see how can be button menu will look like. I'm going to my Salesforce org. I'm opening the default org now. Now, I'm going to my records. When you open any one of this existing record inside my object, now, when you go to this record detail page, here at the top right corner, okay, we are having this small menu item here. This is called as a button menu. So what this button menu will indicate, button menu is going to be providing some collection of menu items. These are the various menu items are available, which will be populating the various menus. These are nothing but the buttons. These are the buttons here, which can be used to perform some actions. Now, in this case, whenever if you want to perform some actions on this particular record, we are using the help of these button menu items. So whenever if you want to prepare this menu item, we have to use the button lightning button menu item component. To prepare only this menu, okay, to prepare this only this menu, we have to use lightning button menu. Upon click on this menu, whatever the menu items you want to prepare, these menu items we can prepare with the help of lightning button menu items. Now, so lighting button menu item is a child component to the lighting button menu. Okay, lighting button menu is a parent, button menu item is a child component over there. Then inside this button menu, we can add multiple menu items also, which can be used to perform the various actions. Now, then how to prepare this button menu, how to add the menu items, we will see one by one. Now, make a note of this component here. This component is used to prepare a button menu component which can populate a group of menu items to be used to perform the related actions on the application or on the component. Now, inside the button menu, we can add one or more menu items. We can add one or more menu items. Now the properties. First property is alternative text, which is used to specify the alternative text for the menu. Second property, disabled property, which is used to indicate whether this button menu will be in enabled state or in disabled state. To make the button menu disabled. Menu alignment. Here we are having these two options: left or right or auto. To specify the alignment for the menu items. Now, button menu items. That will be lighting button menu item. Once the button menu has been added, prepared, it should populate a collection of menu items to be used to perform the required actions. By using button menu item component, we can add multiple menu items inside the button menu. Note, always it should be a child component to the button menu. Always it should be a child component to the button menu. Now, so the properties. First property, label property, to specify the label or caption for the menu item. In order to specify the label or caption for the menu item, we are using the help of this label property. Disabled property, which is used to indicate whether this particular menu item should be visible to the users or not, to indicate that we are using disabled property. Third one, title property, to specify the tooltip text message to be visible. Fourth property, on-click property, to specify the JavaScript function name. To specify the JavaScript function name to be get invoked, to specify the JavaScript function name to be get invoked to perform the required client-side actions. Syntax. We have to prepare lighting button menu, and then we have to prepare lighting button menu. In this menu, we need to add menu items over here. Lighting button menu item. We can specify the label equals to edit. Delete option. Sharing option. That is available. That is a common property everywhere. Done with this? Now, let's see. So now let's see how can we prepare a lighting component to represent the button menu. So this is the button menu which I would like to represent here. Inside this menu, I would like to populate a collection of menu items as well here. How can we populate all these menu items? We'll see one by one. When you go to the ARA components and lighting web components, most of the components are same. The properties are same. But that already told you, lighting ARA components is the old framework, and then the two, it's a open source that has been built by using an open source programming, that is ARA. Now Salesforce wants to make their own platform. They want to make their own framework also. For that reason, instead of relying on some third party, instead of relying on some open source programming, they want to build everything through by their own. So that here they have built their own framework, that is Lighting Web Component framework. So in that case, whatever the frame features that we have in ARA, same features have implemented in Lighting Web Components also, but little bit syntactical differences over here. That already we know. You know that Salesforce is having Classic and the Lighting Experience. So in Classic, whatever the features are there, same features are the Lighting Experience. Similar fashion, they're migrating the features from Ara to Lightning Web Component. That's what the components are keep on repeating over here. Okay, but now whenever Salesforce is giving the new releases, in all these new releases, Salesforce is giving the new features related to only LWC, not Ara. They're not adding some new features to Ara. They're providing new features only in LWC. So they're migrating the people from Ara to LWC. Once all the peoples are migrated, then they will be decommissioning that Ara programming over there. Okay, so that everybody will be using Lightning Web Component framework. Now, that's what here in Ara also we have discussed the same components over there. But there the component names are different. But here we are purely following kebab case formats over here. Now, let's see. Let's take a small use case. Designing a Lightning Web Component to represent the button menu with the required menu items to perform the actions. Then how can we build this component? Now let me show you with the practical. Let's go to the Visual Studio. I'm creating a new Lightning Web Component. Create a Lightning Web Component. I'm giving this component name as button menu component. I'm selecting the default folder. Now it will be preparing a folder over here inside this. Inside the LWC folder, it is preparing a separate folder with the component name. Whatever the component name that you have given over here, with that name, it is going to preparing a folder. In that folder, it is preparing this 3 files: a template file, and a JavaScript file, and a metadata file. 3 files will be given by Salesforce. Let's go to the template file and then design your component with the required visual appearance controls. I'm using a div tag. In this div tag, I would like to use the help of this Lightning button menu. Lightning button menu. In this Lightning button menu, I would like to populate some set of menu items. Lightning button menu item. Now, generally observe this one. Okay, one more small change I will tell you. When you go to that Ara components, upon adding this component here, we will be writing like this here. Lightning button menu. We are writing like this here. Okay, that means here we are going to be closing that tag here itself. This is the starting, this is the closing, both. But when you go to the Lightning Web Component, if you are writing like this, it will show the compilation error. See, if you are writing like this, it will show the error. Every starting tag should have corresponding ending tag. That is a base rule in Lightning Web Component. It won't accept. Component won't get compiled. Now, so that here, every starting tag should have the corresponding ending tag here. It is indicating here, see. Now, menu item. Now, when you go to this, it is indicating invalid HTML syntax. Okay, invalid HTML syntax. So each and every HTML element start tag should be ends with a ending tag over here. That is a fundamental rule. Now, so now your non-void HTML element start a tag with trailing solidus. So that means here we need to specify that ending tag also compulsorily here. So we need to write like this. Just you can specify automatically, it is preparing this. Okay, it may be any component also inside this Lightning Web Component. Every starting tag should have the corresponding ending tag. I'm indicating the label. Label equals to I want to specify the property like for example edit. Lighting button menu item label equals to delete. I'm adding the third one like sharing. I'm giving the option check for new data. I'm adding one more option submit for approval. I'm giving the option. What are the other options are available here? Change owner, new opportunity, new opportunity, change owner. View account hierarchy. I would like to have the option view website. These are the various button menu items I would like to make it visible. I'm going to be adding a button menu here. Under this button menu, we are adding the various menu items, okay, which can be used to perform the various related actions. So whatever the menu items that you want, we can add with the help of lighting button menu item, which can be used to perform the different actions. So instead of placing all the button controls at a time here, just we can able to add it as a menu. Then upon click on the menu, it will be representing the various menu items also here. Now let's see. We are using this lighting button menu.
Firoz, is it lightning menu item or lightning button menu item? Because I cannot see any intelligence.
Menu item. Let's see. Here also. This will be lighting menu item. Lighting button menu, and then we are having menu item. Let's see. So now we are deploying the code to the Salesforce Arc. So now it has been deployed successfully. So whatever the component that you have built, the whole component has been deployed successfully, okay, to your Salesforce Arc. Now just you can go to your Salesforce Arc and then we can able to run the component and we can see that menu which will be getting visible here. Now, I'm going to my Salesforce Arc now. Go to the developer console. Let me open that lighting application. Now we are using a lighting application with the name web component test application. Go to the application and then we can able to call this button menu component. Let's run this application to see the results. Now it is indicating this button menu at the top left corner over here. At the top left corner, it is indicating the button menu item. This is the button menu. Just you can click on the menu. It will be the menu will be getting visible. The various menu options are available. Whatever the menu options are required, those menu options will be getting visible to you here. Now, so we have added the various menu items like the edit menu and then delete, sharing, check for new data, submit for approval, new opportunity, change owner, view account hierarchy, view website. These are the various menu items we have added. So upon click on this menu item, we can able to perform some actions by using JavaScript. So we can write our own JavaScript code. We can invoke that JavaScript code by using this property, okay, on click property. When you go to this menu item here, we are going to be using the help of this. We are using the help of this on click property. Through this on click property, we can specify the JavaScript function name which you would like to call upon click on this menu item here, so that we can perform the required actions inside that. Based on the business needs, we can perform the various actions. Okay, understood the concept now? Next. Next one. The next component, button group. Lightning button group. This can be denoted with the help of lightning button group component. You know this component here basically. What exactly the purpose of this lightning button group? You know this concept. Basically, this component is used to simply to group a collection of buttons together. In order to combine a button collection of buttons together to perform the actions, we are using the lightning button group. Inside this button group, we can combine the various types of buttons. It may be simple button menus also, menu items also, button statefuls also. Everything we can able to combine into a single group with the help of this lightning button group. So why they have introduced this lightning button group? Because if for few users, I want to show all the buttons should be visible to the people. Sometimes for few people, I don't want to show any buttons. They can't do any action. Just they can see the data. That's it. In that case, the whole buttons can be, we can able to deactivate in one shot by using this lightning button group. So that here, if the button group is enabled, then the people can see the buttons available inside it. If the button group is disabled, in that group, whatever the buttons we have placed, all the buttons will not be visible to the people here. So that the whole collection of buttons, we can make it enable or disable at a time by using this button group. So now in this case here, simply we can able to combine a collection of multiple buttons into a single group as well. Then how can we do that? Okay, let's see. By using this button group, we can't perform any action. Inside the group, we are adding some buttons. Those buttons we can use to perform actions. This is like as a container. It's like as a panel in which we are placing a group of buttons together to make it as a group. Okay. Now, let's see. Make a note of this one. Button group. This component is used to combine a collection of button components together to perform the required actions. We can place one or more buttons inside the button group. We can place one or more buttons inside the button group. The properties. First property, title property, to specify the tooltip text message to be visible. Second property, disabled property, which is a Boolean property, to make the button group disabled. Class property, to specify the CSS class name to apply the style. These are properties are available. Then how can we place a collection of buttons inside this button group? Now let's see. Done with this? Now let's see. How can we place this buttons inside a group? Let me design the component like this. I would like to place the buttons like this here. I want to prepare the button group. In this button group, we are having new contact, new case, new note, and this button menu. Now this entire thing is into a group. That's what here this has been already visible side by side immediately. We don't have any spaces over here. We don't have any spaces. It will be combined together here. Now it is having this a follow icon as well. I want to design this complete buttons and the button menu and the button group. How can we do that? Now let me show you. Now I would like to represent that button. Here I'm using the button group. First of all, I would like to prepare a lightning button. Label equals to follow. Icon name equals to, I would like to add that icon. That means I would like to represent the icon. This icon plus symbol is nothing but it's an add icon from utility. Just you can go to the lightning design system. Lighting design system, go to the icons, search for add icon. We are having this add icon is available under this utility. We have this add icon here. I would like to place this. Utility add. I'm giving the space ampersand NBSP semicolon and then ampersand NBSP semicolon. So I'm giving two spaces over here. Once I'm placing the button component, I'm giving the two spaces and then I would like to place a button group. I'm using lighting button group. So now in this lighting button group here, I would like to combine a group of button components. Button group doesn't have any labels over here. It will be having only the button components inside this, like new contact, new case, new note, like that. I'm adding this here. Lighting button label equals to new contact. Lighting button label equals to new node. Lighting button label equals to new case. And after that, I will represent button menu. Button already we have prepared. So you can copy this. The whole button menu, I would like to copy this. I'm placing the button menu over here. Now, that's it. I'm representing three buttons, new contact, new node, new case. And immediately I'm representing lighting button. In this lighting button menu, I'm going to be representing the various menu items over here. So inside the button group, we are going to be placing the various buttons inside it. Now, let me apply the style also for this particular div tag. Let me save this. Let me apply the style. Button menu component dot CSS. Here I would like to apply the style. Yes, because I want to apply the style for my div tag. That's what here we are using div tag name. And the width. I'm giving 500 pixel. And the border 1 pixel solid black. Border radius 10 pixel. Margins. Margin left, I'm indicating 200 pixel. Margin top. I'm giving as 50 pixel. Padding top 10 pixel. Padding left 10 pixel. Padding right 10 pixel. Padding bottom 10 pixel. So these are the various properties that I want to apply as part of this CSS style. Now this style I would like to apply. Now let's see here. Let me run this component right now. Go to your application. Refresh this user interface now. Now we can see the latest results. So now it will be representing the button over here. These are the buttons. Now let me apply some variants over here. I haven't given any variant. For this one also I would like to specify variant equals to brand outline. I'm giving the variant property. Brand outline. Refresh the screen now. Now we can see these buttons. We are having this button is available here, which will be representing the icon. Then we are having this button group. In this button group, we are having new contact, new node, new case, and then you will be having this option called as this is the button menu. The button menu will be getting visible over here. We can see all the menu items, whatever we have. So, but it will be aligning at the left side over here. I want to align this component to the right side. Then how can we do that? Let's see. In this button menu, there is a property called as menu alignment. Menu alignment property I'm indicating like as right. Right alignment, I would like to do that. Menu alignment should be at the right side. Just refresh this user interface now. Once you click on this button menu, it will be having this right alignment over here. Previously, it is having left alignment. Now, see, let's see. In this case over here, this is the alignment. This is the right side. This is the left side. The menu will be aligned to the right side over here. It will be visible to the left side here. Now, if I'm selecting menu alignment is left, the default will be the left one. It will align at the left side, then automatically menu will visible to right side over here. Suppose whenever we are placing this kind of button menu at the corners of your browser, then depends upon the space availability. If you want to show that menu alignment automatically by Salesforce, then we can specify menu alignment equals to auto. That means based on the space availability, it will represent. By default, alignment will be left alignment over here. So in the right side, if you have some space, automatically menu will be aligning at the left side. The menu options are visible with the right side. Suppose in the right side, if you don't have any space, menu will be aligning at the right side. It will show the options to the left options, left side over here. Okay. Now, so here we have indicated this menu here. This is the right alignment here. Menu options will be visible to the left side here. Here we can able to see this option. Clear? Now. So this is how we can able to place your own button groups also and the button menus also, and inside the button menu we can place menu items as well here. Clear? Now, if you want to apply the border, we can apply this variant property. Here we are having this property here. Variant property, we are having container, border, border filled, border inverse, bare, various styles will be available. For example, I'm indicating border. Now, you will be having this at the bottom. That means it will be having the white color border will be available. Now, suppose if you want to indicate border field, border field, it won't give that outline here. For that one, we are having the options. Various variants will be available here. Now, here you will be getting the white background over here. Now, next one, bare. Refresh it. Now, bare style, which will not be having that any background white border over here. Nothing will be available here. Now, you will be having the option container. Now, Let's refresh this option. But the container also it will be having that same white background. Will be having border inverse. Refresh the screen now. It won't show that icon over here, but once you click on that, it will be representing these options too. Because border inverse means it won't show any option over there. Just click as a transparent. It won't show any option. But upon click on this one, we can able to see that all the menu options also. These are the various options are available. But in this case here, we are going to be indicating the default one will be the base style. Okay. Now, let me place this code. No. Okay, button variants are different, and then button group variants are different, button menu variants are different. Now, let me place this template file. Style file, application.
Sir, I have a doubt in the CSS class. While writing the CSS class, you have to do not yes, this class.
That is in ARA.
So here is only done.
That's it.
This is also like a HTML tag.
Next, button icon component. Lightning button icon. Then what do you mean by this button icon component? What it indicates? Now let's see. As of now, we have placed so many button components on your Lightning framework. On your component or in your application, we are placing so many button components also. Generally, button will be having a standard style that is rectangular format. Okay, generally, button will be having a fixed style that is called as rectangular format. But Salesforce has given a feature of button menu also. Not only representing the buttons in the rectangular formats always, if you want to show some more number of buttons on this component or application, then it will occupy some more space. But generally on the component, we don't have that much of space to place all the buttons. We can't accommodate all the buttons on the component within the very small space. For that reason, Salesforce has introduced various types of buttons. They have introduced like as the menus also, and now they have given an option called as button icon. That means what? Instead of showing the button with the standard style that is rectangular format, we can show it as a small icon also here. But basically, it's not an icon, it's a button. Once you click on that icon, it will do some actions for you here. Like whatever the way we are performing the actions upon click on button, similar kind of actions also we can do with the help of these button icons. As soon as once you click on this particular icon, automatically it will be performing the respective actions inside that. Now, let's see. For example, when you go to your Salesforce org, on the top right corner, these are all are nothing but what? Buttons. These are all our buttons, but it is showing like as icons. but it is showing like as icons. But generally button will be having a rectangular structure. But instead of going with the regular structure of the buttons, Salesforce introduced a different appearance, a different style for the buttons that is in the form of icons. So that we can say, if you want to show this kind of buttons, okay, then we can go with button icon. That means button icon is nothing but a component which is used to represent icon only button. Icon only button. No, don't specify the label, specify the icon. What icon you want to show. As of now, we can be able to show the label also on the button, that means caption along with icon. But now I don't want to show the label. I want to show only icon here. So button icon component is nothing but it's an icon only button which will represent an icon. Okay, instead of the regular structure of that button like a rectangular format, it will show the icon here. What icon you want to show, that you can decide. You can reference the icon from your collecting design system. We can show the icon. Now upon click on the icon, it will do the required action. So by using JavaScript, we can perform the actions whatever you want here. So instead of showing like as a normal regular structure, we can show with a different style, that is icons. Then what icon you want to represent, that you can decide from lighting design system. Now, so in this case, how can we place this button icons? We can now let's see what properties are available. Let me show you one by one here. And then upon representing these icons, we can specify the required size also. How much a big size icon you would like to represent, that we can specify. Now, let's see what are the various properties are available. Now, this component is used to represent icon only buttons, which will represent an icon on the application or component which can be used to perform the required actions. Well, creating the button icon, we have to reference the icon from the lighting design system. Now properties. First property is icon name property. To specify the icon name to be visible. Second property, on click, we have to specify the JavaScript function name. To specify the JavaScript function name to invoke upon click on the button icon. Third one, size property. To specify the size of the button icon. We are having various options are available here. Small, medium, extra small, double extra small, triple extra small. The various options are available here. Disabled property, to indicate whether this button icon should be visible or not. To specify the button icon should be disabled. Title property, to specify the tooltip text message to be visible. Done with this? Now, let me show you how can we do that. I'm using this same component now, just I'm using a different div tag. I would like to use a different div tag. I'm giving a break tag here. Here I would like to place the various button icons. Lightning button icon. I would like to specify that icon name. Now let me represent the icon here. For example, I want to show this icon. Like this is the settings icon here at the setup menu. Our trailhead icon is also available. Help icon is available. Notification icons are available. Add icon is available. That means global actions, multiple icons. I want to show this settings icon. Go to the lighting design system. Settings icon. Here we are having this settings icon. There is a setup icon. Okay, both are having some small differences are available here. Now, here you can able to go with that. There is a settings icon I would like to use. Utility settings icon. I want to indicate title equals to settings icon. I want to represent. Now, next one, I would like to place lighting button icon name equals to utility settings. Same icon I would like to place one more time. Title equals to settings. Same icon I am placing one more time here. Now, let's see. I'm giving some spaces so that we can understand very easily. NBSP semicolon. Let me place this 3 icons over here on my Lightning Web Component. Let's see how these icons will look like. Refresh the screen. Now we can see these icons over here. These are the 3 icons. Depends upon your requirement, we can see. Now this is a button. It will occupy some more space. This is the icon here, which will occupy less space. So within less space, we can accommodate more number of buttons also here. This is a button. Once you click on this, it will be performing some action. It is indicating settings icon. This is simply settings. It is showing that settings option. So we have given different tooltip text messages over here. Now we can apply your own styles also. For that one, we have a variant property also available here. We can apply the variant. Variant equals to brand. I'm applying this a brand style here for the first icon. Let's see. Refresh the screen now. The icon will be getting visible. So the whole border will be having that blue color and then it will be indicating the icon here. Now, here for example, I would like to indicate variant equals to brand outline. If I'm giving this a brand outline here, let's see. Refresh the screen now. It won't apply anything over here because the brand outline is not available for button icons. We are going to be indicating that border field. Here I'm giving this variant equals to border inverse. Refresh this. Now, so now here it is indicating some, the icon will be visible. Here we don't have the icon. Once you click on that, it will do some action. Now, whenever we are representing this icon, we can specify the icon size also. So there is a property called as size property. We can indicate small. And here I'm indicating size equals to double extra small. Now let's see. Refresh the screen now. Now it is indicating, see, icon will be visible very small here. Depends upon the space availability, we can able to show that icon size also here based on the business requirement. Now this is the small size. This is the double extra small size. No. Pixel size we are not indicating anywhere, right? Then in that case here, in order to indicate that size here, we are going to be using that property, size property. We are not giving any pixels over here. Pixels we are applying for the border. This means this is for the division, not for that particular icon here. Now, if you want to apply that, I'm not providing this one border inverse. I would like to indicate container. Now the size equals to medium. I'm applying the medium size. Refresh the screen now. Now this is a small size. This is a medium. This is a double extra small size. So these are all our buttons. These are not the icons. These are the buttons. So generally this will be looking like as icon. The people will thought of it's an icon or it's an image, but it's a button control, because here if it is a button, then we can able to place multiple button controls within very less span of space, so that we can perform more actions. That's what here, to utilize the space very efficiently, Salesforce introduced the different types of button components as part of your Lightning framework. Okay, now, so based on your application requirement, we can able to place this kind of button icons as well. Okay, I'm placing this code also in the previous example itself. Instead of having a separate component, I'm placing this code here itself. So now we can write that variant property, like to specify the appearance of the button. For example, where, container, brand, border, border field, border inverse, etc. The various kind of appearances we can use. This is how we can able to represent our own button components, on your Lightning web component or Lightning application. Then next one, we have two more types of buttons that we'll see during client-side controller, because without the JavaScript we can't do anything over there. Now, so in tomorrow's session we are going to discuss about the tab controls, tab components. How to prepare the tab components we'll see, and then we'll see the concept of card control, Lightning card component. After this Lightning card component, we are going to be discussing about progress indicator component. And then we'll see the component called as Lightning carousel component. Now, and then we'll see the concept called as Lightning breadcrumb component here. So these components we'll see, and then we'll enter into JavaScript programming. That means how to invoke JavaScript code, from your Lightning framework we'll see. All these components we'll see as part of your Lightning web components. Don't miss these features. Features are very, very important here. Like for example, when you go to your Salesforce org, here you will be having these options. Now, this is called as carousel component here, this entire component. Carousel component, where we can able to place the various sliding messages also. We need to upload all these icons inside your static resources. From the static resources, we need to make it accessible here by adding various slides. So whenever if you want to design this kind of component, we have to use Lightning carousel components also. And how to implement all these things, we'll see in the next sessions over here. Okay. So do the practice on these features today. Tomorrow we'll see some more functionalities. Thank you.
Feroz,
This conference is no longer being recorded.
hello.
Yes.
Hi, Feroz. I'm not attending the previous sessions and ARA sessions also. Now I joined today. How many sessions we have completed? You have completed, Feroz?
Now, ARA is not required actually. So
Okay.
once you are coming to this lighting web components, as of now, we had only 6 components. 6 sessions are over as of now, and then there is a
Okay.
7th session. Okay.
Okay, Feroz.
Regarding this 6 sessions, you will be getting the recordings from the Capital Info. They will share with you. Just you can contact them. They will share those previous videos as well.
Okay, okay, Feroz. Uh, in this, we have complete concentrating on JavaScript also.
JavaScript already have covered in ARA components. In
Okay,
ARA framework already have covered some JavaScript concept also. Those videos also they will share with you. Don't worry. Regarding the JavaScript, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 videos are there related to JavaScript. They will share these videos also.
okay, Feroz. Thank you.
Thank you all.